morning, 8th grade. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody's doing okay. And we're going to continue 2.3 today. But first, I would like you to complete the warm-up. It says to find the side length of each square, you have 3 problems. I give the area for each of the squares. For the first one, that's A equals 25 units squared. For number 2, A equals 36 units squared. And for 3, area equals 9 units squared. Hi, Ruby, how are you? Good morning, Mr. Casamento. Good morning, Camila. When you guys have answers for the 3 squares and their side lengths, just put it in chat, please. And then we're going to go over it so that we can make a connection in 3.2. I'm sorry, 2.3. Hey, Thais, how are you? Okay, Camila thinks that the side length for number 1 is 5 units, so I need you guys to comment if you agree. Camila, I also need you to tell me how you arrived at the answer of 5 for a side length. Okay, Camila, are you still there, dear? I'd like to hear how you got it. And then how about for number 2 and 3, guys? What do we think the side lengths are for those squares? because I know that 5 times 5 equals 25. Absolutely. No question mark there, dear. That's absolutely correct. Nice explanation. Okay, so with that information, you guys should definitely come up with 2 and 3. Come up with 2 and 3, and then we'll move to the big board because I want to go over something about connected to what Camila just said. Who else do we have here besides Ruby, Camila, and Thais? Anyone? Thais says number 2 is 6. Okay, the side length is 6. Hey Ray, how are you? Okay, that leaves number 3. And if you guys could agree or disagree with Thais, that would be great. Do you believe also that for 2, the side length of the square is 6? What is that icon? Is that like a cat peeking out of a box? Number 3, guys? Anybody? No, not yet. All right, come on, guys. Number 3 is 3, so the side length is 3. Okay, beautiful. All right, I'm gonna move to the big board so that we can connect what you guys just said about those 3 squares and our activity for 2.3 that is passed through. Okay. All right. What I want to show you. So, like, let's say for number 1, we have the square and the area equals 25 units squared, meaning the grid, square units, because it's 1 by 1, right? So if I have, let's say that this is my square. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? There's my square. You're telling me that each side length is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which makes the total area 25 units squared, right? So what I want to connect here, that you kind of need. Hey, Harmony, how are you? What I'm trying to connect here is this. We're used to calling this a side length, right? But we're going to call it something else in this book now. We're going to call the side length of the square, we're going to call it the square's root. So it's not just the square's side length now. It's like if you think about synonyms, they mean the same thing, but they're a different word. So these two are going to refer to the same exact thing. It's going to refer to the measurement of that side length. How long is that side? And both of these are going to mean that. Now, you saw that it was 5, right? And that's what the side length measures. I'm doing good, Harmony. I'm glad that you're here, and I saw the work that you did, so I'm going to hopefully update that today for you. And tomorrow will be office hours, so hopefully you could join for office hours when you're ready to take your test. So if these two are the same thing, I want to ask you a question because I think you could figure this out. You guys told me that you were familiar with the symbol for the square root. At least the people in intervention said that they were familiar with it. So instead of me putting the side length measurement of 5 here, how can I write it in terms of the square root? What would I put here if I want to put it in the context of a square root? Someone give it a shot. And if you're going to type it in chat, just type, obviously you can't type a symbol. So if you need to use the symbol, just use the phrase square root. Okay? How would you put that there? What would you put? Great. No problem. All right. Anybody? How, instead of putting the 5, what would I put in so that it's in terms of square root? Anybody? I don't want to just tell you. I want to see if you guys can figure it out on your own. Because I think you can. And it'll help with our activity that's overdue. Hey, Dagny, how are you, dear? Okay, great. So we just did the warm-up. I think it would be a great idea for you to take a look at it when the stream is over, because we're connecting it to the activity that's been due. I'm waiting for people to give me what they think I would put here to represent the side length, but in terms of its square root, because I just said, based on the warm-up, that this side length, we're not just going to call it a side length. For the purposes of Unit 8 and in math going forward, it is no longer just a side length, it is a square's root. Ray, 5 was already there. I'm asking what do I put here instead of the 5 now, because I want to put it in terms of its square root. So what would I put here instead? Thank you for answering, though. That means a lot to me. Zasha, good morning. It's good to see so many of you up at this time. Let me tell you. S. Okay. That's if I wanted to represent that it was unknown, because that's a variable. I still love the responses, though. Keep them coming. So far, you guys said, okay, well, what about 5? And 5 was already there. So I'm asking you for something different, right? That's the side length, and we know it's the side length. Now, put it in terms of the square root. So Thais says, well, what about the variable s? Because you get area equals s squared, right? And that's true. But that's if I want to make it unknown, right? I put the letter s. I choose a variable. Now put it in terms of the square root, 25 square root. Okay, I'm going to take that. But I want you, if you're going to put it down in words, square root of 25. That's how I want you to word it. I want you to word it as square root of 25. And that's absolutely correct. Square root of 25. Because what is the square root of 25? You guys already know. What's the side length of the square? Exactly, 5. Nice job. Nice job. Okay, now, we're gonna stay on this for a second because I need you to notice something extremely important, something that a lot of students in math end up making mistakes with. You know that this is supposed to be 5, right? And you know that this is supposed to be 5, right? What is the area supposed to be of the square? It's supposed to be 25, right? So, doesn't that mean if this is 5 and this is 5, and the area of the square is 25, doesn't that also have to mean that if I have the square root of 25 and I multiply it by the square root of 25, that my answer has to be 25? Isn't that true? Isn't 5 times 5 25? Do you agree or disagree? If this is 5 and this is 5, and the area of the square has to be 25, then this must be true, that the square root of 25 times the square root of 25 is 25. 5 times 5 is 25, and that's why. Do you agree with that statement? With this mathematical equation right here that I came up with based on what you just told me? Can I get agrees or disagrees? Okay, Thais agrees. Anyone else? You can even just put like a thumbs up or something. Agree or disagree with this statement based on what you guys just told me? Okay, happy face works too. Okay, Ray agrees with me. Thank you, sir. I need you to hold on to that, okay? I need you to hold on to the fact that this is true. Anyone else? That's only 2 people, and I have at least 7. I have at least 7 students here right now, but only 2 people agree so far. It's okay if you disagree. I just want to know. Hi, Kevin. How are you? Kevin, please, when you have a chance, watch the beginning of this stream because we did something important and it connects to the activity that's been overdue. Very important. As a matter of fact, I'll probably attach it to the assignment because it's that important. It ties in with the assignment because in number 1 and then again in number 5, they're talking about square roots. So I need to make sure that you have this connection, okay? Okay, so only 2 people agreed with me, but I'm just gonna keep going. If you guys disagree, let me know. If you agree and you tell me in a minute, that's fine too. It's okay. I know sometimes there's lag issues or sometimes you have to leave and rejoin. But your participation is really important, okay? Okay. Now, this means that I need to bring your attention to the assignment that is overdue. I'm going to go onto Google Classroom to show you. It's posted as 2.3. It has the setup video attached to it, plus the document, because you don't have this book, remember. And since you don't have this book, we're relying on the documents that are on the classwork tab. Oh, it's doing one of those funky things where it doesn't load my Gmail. So let's see if it really signed me in, because if it did, I could still go to my classroom. Yes, it did. Good job. Good job. Okay. All right, guys. So let's go down to the 8th grade. I'm going to click classwork. Now, I'm going to be attaching soon the homework problems. It's only 2 homework problems that go with the lesson, but it's really, really important that we do the task first and that we have a chance to discuss and analyze it. So if you take a look at your Google Classroom, I'm just waiting for it to actually so there's one that says here at the top, due Friday before class. That was last Friday, right? That's the one that I need everybody to work on right now. I had some students working on it. And I'm running into an issue where it's not actually opening, so let's find out. I definitely posted it before April 22nd. But I edited it on the 22nd to add the video. Not on my iPad, but it will open up here with no problem. My iPad's like that, it's outdated. Let's see. Yeah, we have 3 people who turned it in. So I need everybody who's on stream right now, except for okay, so Harmony, this is incomplete. I'm gonna return this to you. I hope you're still here with me. It's incomplete. I need you to complete it before you submit your work. All right, that's not gonna count for anything because there's like nothing done. You have to watch the video because I set it up so that you understand, and then use what we did here with what's the word that I'm looking for? Naming the side length, the square root of 25, instead of just saying, oh, this measures 5 units. Right? Now, Thais, you had said, I want to bring this back up because this is really important for the discussion piece when we're ready. You had mentioned that one of the strategies that you used was to trace. You said that you had tracing paper. I don't want you guys to see what I did because I'm trying to get students to tell me everything that they did. But Thais said that she took tracing paper and she shifted the triangle so that it was level with the grid, and then she just counted the side length, right? So that's one strategy that someone could use. I need to hear from other students what else they are trying. Okay, so do we have people on that and working? Thais, I'm gonna send back your document because I have a couple of questions for you. So, like for example, number 4 is gonna need more detail. Like I need to see what your thought process was. All right, so Harmony and Thais, I'm not sure if you heard me. But I sent back your assignments because I would like you to add to them. If you have any questions, please let me know. Everyone else, you should be attempting the task. If you did not watch the video that is attached to the assignment, please watch the video first. It's a setup so that you understand each part and how it's connected. And then also I'm going to want you to use what we did here with the warm-up, because I think that will help make connections with the last problem and the first problem, number 1 and number 5. Okay, and that was it. We only had the 3 submissions. Excuse me. Good morning, Ivan. So I'm glad you're here, buddy. We're working on the task 2.3. It is quite overdue for all of us. We're struggling here. We're struggling a lot. Remember that 3.2 looks like this. It's on Google Classroom. If you missed any part of the setup, please watch the video. You don't have to watch the warm-up. Just watch the setup for 2.3 so that you guys could get through the task. And then Ivan, it's going to help you a lot if you weren't here for the beginning to watch the warm-up from today, because we make a strong connecting piece for the activity numbers 1 and 5 of the actual task. All right. Okay, so Zasha, I really need to ask you if you watched the video that I attached to it, because I set it up. I explained each part in detail. That's how they would like us to do this from now on. I don't know what that is, Harmony. I don't know what you're telling me with that symbol. So they would like us to, like for today, for example, is Tuesday. It's the beginning of the week for us. They would like us to set up the task, to explain it thoroughly to you guys. And then on Friday, they would like us, after you've submitted the work and tried it, to discuss it and analyze it with you. So 1 week, 1 task. But you guys haven't been submitting the work. I do have 3 submissions. So that part is starting to go, which is a good thing. But I do need more of you involved, and I'm going to need you to watch the setup video. It's attached to the assignment. If you take a look at the assignment, you got the actual document, that's the task, 2.3, and then day 20, 8th grade period 6-7, which is the setup video. I'm going to actually attach the video from today also, because you need this information from the warm-up. Okay, does anybody have any questions for me? I turned it in by accident. Hey, no problem. I sent it back to you. And anytime that you submit something that you want to take back, you are allowed to click unsubmit. That's not a problem. No problem at all. Maybe, yeah. So you should be able to see that this is what I'm talking about. You get the 2 attachments. All right, so this is where I need you guys to focus your efforts for the new work, okay? For new work. Makeup work will be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays for this class. Tuesday and Friday, however, are new material. Miss, what are we doing? 2.3, 2.3, 2.3, 2.3, 2.3, 2.3. Does anybody have any other questions? Okay, because I want you guys to succeed here. And please explain yourself so that I know what you did. So, like, for example, is there anybody right now who could tell me like what strategy they're using for that? Because that would make me very happy. Thais said that she used tracing paper to turn it and then count. I actually want to try that. The problem is that I don't think I have tracing paper, which is kind of funny, right? Math teacher and she doesn't have tracing paper. What kind of math teacher are you? Like it, right? When do you stream? Like what days? Dude. I put the schedule up on the classroom like 3 times ages ago. Like this is the 6th week we're in remote learning. You know that, right? I love you guys. I really do. So to answer your questions, Asha, I stream office hours for makeup work for 8th grade on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I stream the class hours for new material Tuesdays and Fridays. And if you need to know what time, for that, my dear, I'm going to make you go into the stream and find that schedule for yourself. Are we doing 2, 3 together or on our own? You are. Thank you, Zasha. Dagny, you're doing it on your own, but I'm trying to give you time here in case you have questions to ask, and then I can answer you right away. But yes, the idea is that last Friday, when I set it up a second time, that you guys would try it on your own, and then we could talk about it. It didn't quite work, though. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Anybody else? Questions? Questions are good. Dude, I'll be right back. Ivan, I have no idea what you're doing, but it looks like you're up to no good again. Keep it up. You're going in timeout, mister. Hey, dudes, I miss all of you. Not really. Y'all stink now. I'm just playing. Someone's bored. Get to work. Do I turn it in since I corrected it? If you made your additions, yes, please turn it in. And Thais, are you okay with me sharing your work at all? Like when it's time to discuss and analyze this together as a group? I'm sorry if I asked you this already. Plus Thais, before you turn it in, hopefully it's not too late, but even if it is, it's okay because you could pull it back. I want to ask one of the questions that I asked you was, sure, but not the graph. I didn't even understand what I was doing. It looked like you understood what you were doing. Weren't you just plotting them like it was XY? I mean, I appreciate your honesty. Yeah, but some weren't whole numbers. I was trying to be exact. Okay. 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 Real quick, though, before we talk about the graph, because we have to talk about that anyway, so we don't have to. We don't have to. It looks like you graphed it like as best as you could, and it does look decent. Okay, so I don't want you to worry about the graph, and we'll talk about that when it's time. What I wanted to address was one of the comments that I made about my stuff keeps loading. What does that mean, stuff? What's stuff? The stream or your assignment? Thais, at the very end, it asks you, right? It's asking you to take the square root of 45 and use the graph to estimate it. So what I'm asking you to do is to not just give me the number, but to tell me what your thought process was. Like, for example, you could say, I chose, and then whatever number you chose, because, and then tell me, like, what led you to that number, okay? Because I need to make sure that you're not using a calculator for that. I want to hear your thought process why you picked what you picked. And there was a very important comment, Thais, that you had made Friday about this symbol being half, right? So did the warm-up address that for you? Because now you might want to change. I don't know if you want to change your answer or not. I don't know, Harmony. Is anyone else experiencing the freezing or the reloading? Ivan, are you sick? Okay. Also, while I'm waiting for people to answer my questions, right? Don't forget that I asked about this one. I asked if anybody had other strategies to figure that out. Oh, you are? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the issue is, guys. I'm sorry. It's probably just my bad Wi-Fi. Is there a spot in your house that's better than others? Sometimes your location, if you're not as close, if you're out of range, the further you are out of range, the worse the connection will be. Sometimes it matters. I would also make sure that nothing else is running on the computer. Miss, I don't know how to use the graphs to solve the number 4. Then what did you do? Did you use your idea that this symbol means half of the number? Yes, but I don't feel like getting up. Oh boy. Wait, never mind. It's 5. Careful, Thais. What's 5? So, I really need to push you though, Thais. I need to push you because look at what number 4 says. And I tried to explain this during the setup. You see how they want you to connect the graph to number 1? Are you sure? Okay. Okay, I'm trusting you. You go ahead. Put your new explanations, okay? Hi, Jorge. Welcome back. Jorge, let's see. A couple of things, okay, buddy? So number 1, since today is Tuesday, it's a class day and I'm covering new material. The new material is on Google Classroom. Don't do the homework yet, guys. We're not ready for the homework. I need many more of you to submit 2.3 first. So that's the new work. The other thing, Jorge, is that Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are days to do makeup work. And you do have to take your test. So please make sure that you watch videos day 6, 7, and 8. If you are someone who still needs to take the test, Zasha, Ray, Harmony, Jorge. Wait, we're not doing the homework. Don't do it yet because we need to go over the actual task. But I can't do that until you guys actually submit it. So Ray, if you watch the videos day 6, 7, and 8 to review and you're ready, you take the test on the stream Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday, and you take it in parts. Okay, you need help with 2.3. Would you be specific, please? Did you watch the setup video? I don't understand how you want me to do the test. It's quite simple, my dear. If you watch videos day 6, 7, and 8, those are your review videos. I believe Oh, okay. Yeah, 6, 7, and 8 are your review days, test review, actual test review, and that was a graded assignment. It's on Google Classroom. And then the 2 days before that, day 4 and day 5, were the scientific notation number 2 for Edulastic. All of those videos, those 5 videos, help you prepare for the test. And then you're going to take it on Edulastic during stream, and only during stream. And that's on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays. Okay? Does that help? I need help with all of it. How am I supposed to watch that video when I'm watching this one? You leave this one and you watch the setup. Camila, pay attention. How do you know she's not paying attention? Please, no uppercase letters. That's considered yelling. We have to be nice to each other. Yes, dear, on stream. Because it's a test. So when you join the stream, if you tell me that you're ready because you watched the 5 videos and you completed the work, then you take the test during stream, and there's 4 parts. So I open the part for you that you need, and if you don't finish it, I pause it. Because we are texting. Okay. What am I doing? That's a very good question. 2.3, I hope. Harmony is not paying attention. Ivan, I thought you were sick. Hold up. We're not doing the homework? The homework will definitely be due, but we have to do 2.3 first. And I don't think that I posted it yet. And you don't have the book, so I would have to post it first. I don't understand. Okay, I'll try to explain it again, Zasha. So, you know how in class I would normally do a test review first? I did the same thing on stream, and it was days 6, day 7, and day 8. All 3 days were all just test review. You have to watch those videos, and you were supposed to submit the test review online in Google Classroom as an assignment. Days 4 and 5 before that, it's okay. Just, I mean, there are people who are all caught up because, you know, they keep at it. I need you to not give up, and I need you to be here. And everything is just going to be fine. You'll get it done. Okay, so day 4 and day 5 was also like a test review, but it was specifically an Edulastic review. And that was also a graded assignment. It was called Scientific Notation number 2. If you do those 2 assignments over those 5 days of videos, you should be prepared to take the test. So let's pretend that today you were ready, right? And it's office hours for Miss Leggett. Office hours for Miss Leggett for makeup work for your class on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Class is Tuesday and Friday. So that's new material. Let's pretend today was Monday and you were like, you came onto the stream and you said, Miss Leggett, I'm ready to take the test. Then I say, okay, Sasha, did you watch videos 6, 7, 8? Yes, Miss Leggett. And you submitted your test review online? Yes, Miss Leggett. Did you watch videos day 4 and day 5 and complete the Edulastic assignment, Scientific Notation number 2? Yes, Miss Leggett. I verify that you did that. I see that you did that. I say, okay, Zasha. And then I open up Edulastic. I add you to the test, part 1, and then you start the test. If you don't finish part 1, by the time the stream is over, I pause it so that you cannot access it anymore because it's a test. If you finish it, then I add you to part 2. There's a total of 4 parts. So you're not going to finish the test in one day. For some people, it took them, you know, a few times, or maybe even a week, depending on when they came on stream. Does that make more sense? Who got the answers for 2.3? Harmony, you have the answers for 2.3. Watch your setup video and do your best. Zasha, I hope that explained it a little bit better. Please let me know if you still have a question. I told you to look that up, but fine. Monday, office hours are 1:30 to 2:30. Wednesday, office hours are 2:30 to 3:15. And this is just for 8th grade. I also do office hours for 6th grade, and you're more than welcome to come to those. On Thursday, office hours are 2:15 to 3:15. Any more questions? Please be more specific. Thank you much. Very much. Proceed. All right. What's up? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay. Did I answer all your questions now? We have 2 minutes, and then I have to stop stream because I have 6th grade office hours. Now, even though they're 6th grade office hours from 10 to 11 and then 11 to 12, my 8th graders are more than welcome if they're available and they don't have class. If you have a class, you should not be in my office hours. You should be with your class. Office hours are a great way to make up your work, okay? You're welcome. No? No what? Oh, maybe no, that there's no more questions. I need more help. Oh boy. Harmony. I want you to do 3 things, my dear. I want you, number 1, to watch that setup video. Number 2, I want you to watch the warm-up from today. And number 3, I want you to try the assignment to the best of your ability on your own before you ask for help, because you're a bright young lady and you're only going to be able to learn more if you really struggle with it on your own. If you still need help, please reach out to your peers and work on the task together, because I need to be able to share student work the next time we meet Friday about this assignment. I've set it up 3 times, 8th grade. I've set this up 3 times. I need you to do the work to the best of your ability. Struggle with it. It's okay. Not more than 30 or 60 minutes. That's just too much struggle. It should be a moderate, balanced struggle. But a true struggle where you're actually really trying to think about it, and then you can talk to your peers about it, and then we'll talk as a class about it, and I'll make sure that you truly understand it, okay? Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Okay. Okay, it looks like we're okay. Nice. All right, guys. I will see you next time. Please take care. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. You guys are still awesome. All right? Okay, cool. I'll see you next time.